Well, welcome to the shop. Uh, if you guys been hanging on for these airplane builds, it's been two Vipers in about 60 days. No, yeah, about 2 months. This one here, went back and checked the uh, the other videos. It weighs exactly the same. There's no getting around it. I just don't have the wood. At this stage, it was 24 ounces. And at this stage, it's 24 ounces. So the plan is for a lighter finish on this thing. The other finish, because I tried that AutoZone Harbor Freight primer, and it ain't no good. So don't use it. Uh, it created a few problems, and another thing is it was a double coat on that airplane. First, it was painted white, then it was painted orange, and this one's going to be light blue with several shades of blue trim. So just the trim choice should take off a couple of ounces off the airplane. I got two pieces to put on this, and the woodwork is finished. I've been sanding this morning on the airplane, doing 400 grit sandpaper all over, and it'll get another final sand out. Let's see if I can get that. But the pieces that I'm putting on today, the last pieces, I should finish it in this session, are these spears right here. These little doodads. These doodads can cost you some weight, but these don't weigh nothing really. So I want to taper these. So first thing is we'll put a couple marks on these. I got to make the other one yet. The other side. Everything on this model is hand fit. Hey, Michael, thank you. So all I do is take my various tools, sanding tools, put a couple marks on it to show the taper on the end there, and just sand the tape on them. It's not a big deal. I've already marked on the fuselage where they go. There's one side. You can sand them to a point, but I wouldn't if I was you. Leave them about 3/16 of an inch. So there we have that. Now I get my little long bar. Yeah, this is a Viper version 2 airplane number 2. So it's going to be, it'll have a Viper decal on it, but it'll be V2. The next one will be V3. So on and so forth. I'm going to start building these instead of building all that other stuff. Just like John Simpson, he, with his Cavalier, I think he's built about 500 of them. And these little spears are kind of a pain in the ass, but boy, they sure look cool. Close enough. I want to get another snorkel on this thing, so I'm not putting too much glue. Where's the snorkels? Takes about, let's see, here's the glue. Can't see through this label, but it takes about 3/4 of a bottle of glue. So let me pull that off of there. Big boogies on there. Need to figure out how to use less glue. I don't want to come off. Hope you guys have enjoyed the Viper series. I just for something a little different, I might work on my Thunderbolt, placing them decals and getting it finished up. I want to sell it. I'm not even going to put my AMA numbers on it. I got to start my program back to 91. Can't believe I had 20 years of stagnation. Okie dokie, we got this on there. That's good. Okay. So basically, all that's left on this thing is just little fiddly stuff. I mean, it's the last 10% again that takes the longest. Ah, shoot. Too much of glue. Sand that off now. Thank you, Michael. That'll help me. For you guys who don't know, I'm trying to get a disc sander. I'm $90 short now. So that'll help get the disc sander. I'm going to show you something here. If you look inside here, I did these backwards from the way that I've been doing them, where the wire comes in from the outboard side in. I put this hinge wire from the inboard side out. So the wire is inside the groove here, the hinge wire. So I'm going to take a piece of 1/8 inch and stuff it in there and finish it off. And we'll sand that up real nice so it looks like it's supposed to. Yep, 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 yep. So, got a piece of wood here. See how I want to do this. Gotta be wider than that. Got to be wider. And that's both flaps. They're done both the same. John, he likes to leave the hinges off until the airplane's done. He wants to finish inside those slots, but from my experience of doing a bunch of these hinge jobs, there's no difference. You can't tell the difference. Make it easy on myself. So do that right there. Now I need a little V right here. For the wire. There it is. Yep, this is the final push. Today will be the last day of woodwork. 22 days to build this. Not too bad. So for you guys that are overseas, planning on attending our nationals and flying in open, where the VOM is in effect, you got 6 months to build one. I can build one in a month. Let's see what you can build, not what Yuri can build. Good morning, Gary. I catch myself holding my breath. Oh, yeah? Yeah, kind of hatchet. There, it's filled with wood. So now that pin won't come out. It can't come out. You know what I did notice on the other Viper? I didn't build the flaps up. I just took solid pieces and cut them out. You know, you can do it either way. I think this is going to be stronger and less apt to twist. I didn't have, you know, if you just don't have really good wood, you got to do what you got to do. So one more piece and we're done. And it's all sanding. And I should be able to detail sand this today and probably get the first coat of dope on it. Ta-da! That looks pretty good. Pretty good. Might as well sand that CA spot while I'm thinking about it. What an idiot. We got too much zoom on this. What's up? See, I let the CA run down there, and if you don't get that off, it'll look like hell when you cover it. It looks like you weren't paying attention. Okay, we're down to our last piece. We got to cut it and fit it. The other side. So, let me show you how I got them perfect. It was a real rigmarole. Okay, so I first took this off. Then we need to sand the angle into this. And that's pretty close. The only problem is I won't be able to get at least 5 inches long here. Yeah, we got this. Let's use this piece. We need to sand a 3/16 angle on this. Oh, moved. And this is at least 5 inches long. Yep. Okay. Give me a second. I gotta buzz this off on my old crappy disc sander. Nope, better go a little more. Hang on. Be right back. It'd be nice to be able to go to Hobo Freight today, guys. I ain't got a whole lot of days left on that sale. There we go. Okay, now the center of this pin, this horn is right there. So the center of this what happened there? Wrong way. And you say, well, how the hell is that going to give you the right spot? Well, that's pretty simple. So now I'm showing you guys the tricks of the trade. Center of this pin is right there. I think I'm going to screw this up, but not that I wanted to. We'll see what happens. Might have to say on that a little bit. Let's make it a little bigger. So I get some sanding around. Okie dokie. Gotta make them the same length or they look stupid. I think it was 5. 5, 5 1/4. 5 1/4. Okay, there we go. How's booger in there? We'll cut outside the line so I can sand up to it. Yep, they weigh the same. Isn't that a bitch? I tried so hard to make it lighter. Broke that or I'll be all right. So, fine. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah. Might have to do it again. Might have a. We don't care. Whatever it takes, it takes. See, they're the same length. And they will be. They will be when I get it down the line. Yeah. Anybody check out Mike Patey's pool? You know, he's doing all this double double safeties for water leaks. Well, I gotta tell him, you can't beat water. No matter how many safeties he puts on there, it's gonna leak eventually. Especially with that much weight. It's a 24-foot deep pool. So how much pressure do you think is on the side of that liner? That is a lot of weight. Let's see. Let me figure it out. Just curiosity. I was watching that this morning. He's the big math engineer. I'm just a backyard mechanic. Well, actually, not a backyard mechanic. Let's see here. Come on. We got. Let's see. 15 by 30 is 30,000 at 8 foot. So it's 60,000 at 16 foot plus 8. Let's see. Wait a minute. 30,000 at 8. That's 24,000 gallons. 240,000 gallons. So 240,000 gallons times 7. That ain't right. 30,000 times 7. There we go. Times 24. 24 equals. Divide. Let's do it tonnage wise. Wow, that's a lot. Divide by 2,000. It's about 3,000 tons of water. And if that thing ever breaks in his house, whew, it'll mow the house down. One atmosphere is 10 meters. I'm just figuring gallons. How many gallons of water is in that pool? It's 24 foot deep. It's probably 30 foot long by 20 foot wide. So a 15 by 30, 8 foot pool is 30,000 gallons. So 24,000 gallons of water. Times 7 pounds, 7 pounds per gallon. It's a lot of water. He's putting extra reinforcements around the pipes and in the liner and this, that. And, it's all well and good to take precautions, but I sure hope he don't think he can beat water. Because you ain't going to beat the water. And water's like electricity. It follows the path of least resistance. So once it gets a little piss and leak, and it will, I mean, it may not at first, but it will. With that much pressure, I think even with that much pressure, even the main drain, the pipes might leak. Let's see if this thing fits. I need to drill a hole and cut a slot, and let's see if it fits. Well, I'm not an engineer. I don't know how to figure how much pressure. I'm just thinking about tonnage of water. How much weight is there? Kind of like the Hoover Dam. How much water, how many pounds of force do you think that dam is holding back? It's unbelievable. I mean, it's hard to even fathom what that would be. I'm going to put a little piece of wood on the trailing edge for the roundy on the bottom, so it's okay. We'll detail it out. I wish him luck. Shit. The only reason why I think about that is I was a pool man for a while years ago. And I know how pools are built. Not only did my dad have a hobby shop, he had a pool store. In his life, he had a transmission shop, a pool store, a toy store or hobby shop, and a bar. Pretty ambitious guy. Okay, let's figure this out now. See if it works. Man, I cut that too deep. Oh well. Oh, I need a little slide. I'll fill it up. I'll fill her up. Where's that pen? There it is. Pretty ambitious. Okay, where are you? Need to come back to. Yeah, I dug that too deep, so I'll have to fill it with a piece of 1/8 inch wood. To come back to here. I need this line. There. This there. Now, will it fit? Will it fit? Nope. Maybe. Maybe. Took 2 tries on the other one, so maybe we get it right on the first one. I doubt it. Try. Nope, it ain't gonna go. It ain't gonna go. It's too wide. So let's see where we're at here. So we're going to angle the flap because it's correct from the top. So we need to sand the flap to fit. Sand the flap. Okay. When you get a set of plans, all these little details should be worked out for you. I mean, I have nothing to go by. Everything is hand fit, you know. There are no drawings that I work from. I could use probably a little bit more clearance. Clearance. And let's just put it in and see what happens. Well, first off, let's tape that because it's right. It's a right. All right, guys, help me out with my sander, would you? Need to get that sander before. When is the second? Monday? No. I waited for the damn thing to go on sale, and now that it's on sale, I don't have the money to get it. Shit. Let me check on John's shipment too. I'm hoping that it gets there to him. I can't believe our mail system is so screwy. Yeah, I got $100 insurance on it, but I can't replace it for $100. It's a Brian Gardner liner I sent him, so it might be 6 months before I get another one, or maybe longer. Who knows? John. Still says in transit. Shit, I could have made 4 trips there and back already. Unbelievable. Idiots. Hard to soar with eagles when you work with turkeys. Okay, let's see what we got here. I'm gonna get that blue line off this. So we need to sand that little bit right there. All this BS here. Part of building. And fit. I originally I cut these out a half inch, figuring because the trailing edge started out half inch. But what I failed to realize is that when I bar sanded it, it went from half to 3/8 on the trailing edge. Okay, so I wanted to put a little stick in there to finish off some of that hole. I didn't want that much hole in there. Like an idiot, I cut it too deep. So put a stick in there. And we'll finish it off putty. So we need to cut 1/8 of an inch off of that. Maybe just a little more. Add a little more. I don't want it rubbing the horn. There it is. There it is. Hey guys, give me your input on the Viper. What do you think? I love this airplane. They fly so good, it's ridiculous. Okay, got that part. Now I need to cut that off. And should give a special thanks to Win Paul for including it in his book. That way I got one airplane for two events. Don't have to monkey around. Okay, where's my stick? I think this is gonna work here. Yep, I got it sanded, tapered. That'll be fine. It'll be fine. Put it on. Take it off. Put it on. Take it off. They'll need a couple of 3 blocks, 3/4 inch hinge blocks. Let's see, does it fit? No. No. What are we gonna do here? What are we gonna do? It'll work. That's pretty cool. Let's see. I put the silk span on there. It'll need a little more, so there. 200,000 gallons. More than an Olympic swimming pool. Okay, couple swipes here. 1, 2, maybe 3. 3. And then there. You got to allow for finish, so make sure you leave yourself some clearance, Clarence. So many guys I see out at the field with controls rubbing on something. Let's take the sandpaper, sand off the paint. Look at it. And now, we want to sand any more on that. We want to take it off with this. Get that line off right there. So a couple of swipes on this. He's got a line on there. You can barely see it. It's got a line there, though. It needs to come off. Try again. What happened to my pen? Shit. Need this drill. Let me get this out of the way before I bang something up. Maybe we'll glass the nose next. Got to get a weight on this, though, to see where we're at. I get another pen. I lost my pen. There it is. Why can't I get it down to 18 ounces? Make sure I get that from the back. Okay, we got good clearance. That's good. So that worked out good. I need to maybe sand a little more on the inboard flap. Yeah, take that pen line off. Now let's glue it on. Do it from behind, though. Do it from behind. Close. I might have to bend these down. Okay. Okay, we got it. Hold this. That looks right. These got to go down. But we can do that. I get these squared away. Yeah, let's glue it. Not to make the stupid mistake I did the last time and put way too much glue on it and have it drip down. Glue my finger to it. Okay. Let's weigh it up. All the parts are on it. All the parts are there. Shouldn't have threw them other scales away. I could have weighed them apples to apples. And I don't know if this scale's the same because it don't read right sometimes. Zero. .3, 24.5. I can't tell what's going back and forth. 24 and a half. So they're the same. Two airplanes are the same weight. The other one came out 52. Hopefully I can skimp on the paint on this and make her lighter. More sanding, I guess. More sanding. I guess we can start by detail sanding now. 40, 24 and a half. So mark it down. 24 and a half. I'm going to write it in the description. 24 and a half ounces to this state. Let me show you the cowl that I was talking about last night on the hangout. I need that other camera so I can hold it in my hand. We can hold this in my hand. I need to tape them up too, so they don't come unplugged. Okay. So what I did with this cowl is normally I have one giant hole here, about yay long, one giant hole. So I put 3 holes in it, and this is a piece of 16th to hide the fuel tank. You know, I really didn't want to see that fuel tank, so I'm going to have to figure out how to get superfill in there and make it, you know, finish it off and make it look real nice. So that'll take some extra time. But the cowl fit came out perfect. Of course, we're still going to put superfill in it to make it super tight. Uh, I did the weight box yesterday. The cowl fitment. We just did the last pieces of this business, the wing fairings. Gonna have to. Why did that one come out okay and that one didn't? I'll have to sand some more there. Sando. A hard spot right there. That'll be all right when I glass the cowl. I put a hole in it right there. I need to perimeter this nose ring too. This nose ring will get ground down about there. I mean, it's going to get opened up where it has 3/16, but where the pin goes here, use a pencil. That little extra added shit. Where the pin goes here, it'll stay meaty, like so. And this will get ground down about there. That'll take some weight off, not much, but this inside right here needs to be hollowed out. So, you know, there is a little weight that can come off this, but we're not going to get under 24 ounces. I can tell you that right now. There ain't a half ounce of weight to come off of this. There we go. Well, you get the idea. So we'll grind that out. I don't want to grind it out with my ball though. I want to grind it out with a drum. So basically today is just going to be tinkering, sanding and tinkering. Do you guys want me to leave this run while I tinker? I mean, I can get some earbuds, play something, I guess. I mean, normally Saturday at John's was 2-3 hours, but I had John to work off of. Is it 320? Yeah, shoot. Yes, I need some more. There it is. I pulled it back. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. You want perfect? Buy a Stinko. Got a little hard spot right there. Let me get a long bar. Got it. Got it. Got it. Yeah, it's all about going around detail sanding now. I didn't go this far with the last airplane. I just sanded her with 320 and shot the color. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share, guys. Super chat if you can, so I can get my sander before the 2nd of November. I'd like to get it today. Ain't gonna happen. Yeah, I'm feeling a boogie right here. And if you can feel it, it will show in the paint. Trust I guess I could start putting a clear on this thing. Now let's fiberglass first. I think we're going to do a little dent repair right here. There is no good balsa wood anymore. Balsa USA, National Balsa, Bud Nosen. It's all heavy wood. Last wood I got was, it was semi-disappointment. I mean, I made out okay. I mean, I'd love to say yes, but I don't know where it is, or I'd be buying it. It's all crap wood. The wood in this airplane, much of it was from 20 years ago. Could have been lighter if the ribs would have been 4-pound wood instead of 5-pound wood. But that's, all these ribs came from Balsa USA wood, and it was 5-pound, not 4-pound. On the next one, I may use 3/32 instead of 1/8 ribs, which I did back then too. I just think that the 1/8 rib gives you a better looking wing. Come out nice though. Gonna have 2 of them that are pretty nice for next year to replace my aging fleet. I'm also going to refinish the Dune RXL. I'm going to cut the bottom off of it, remold a piece, and because it's taking a beating. Glue it back together, strip it completely like we did the last time 2 years ago. I'll do it right here. Strip it and retissue it. Cut the bottom off, retissue it, and repaint it. Hopefully I can keep the same weight. That airplane flies just so damn good. Maybe it'll make another season. For you guys who are building beamers, make sure you do this. Make sure that these ribs, like there's a low one right there, meet perfectly to the trailing edge. You have to add a little filler or cut that out and lift it up. Ever so slightly. I mean, it's like 2 thousandths. I got some snacks over there I forgot about. Yeah, it's pretty close. Going to be good enough here. Still let me paint 5,000. Looks like it's coming in though. There it is. Just need a little more love. Little more love. Wish that gets my fairing there, so it doesn't matter. You listen, you can hear that it's not making any racket when I go over any of the ribs or any crunching and all that. Yeah, sight down this leading edge, straight as an arrow. Good. Yeah, I need a woman's fingernail file. There's a flat right there that there's nothing I can do about it. Cut it out. Yes. So basically what I'm going to do today is detail sand and maybe we'll start doping. Either a fiberglass or dope. Maybe both. I guess I could glass on this program, on this show. Another important thing, break the ribs. And what I mean by break the ribs is break the edges on all the ribs. It'll leave her a better finish. Got a piece of glue right there. That won't be good. That won't be good. Okay, where are you? Right there. Pick it up. There it is. Yay, didn't need it. Well, I'm pretty happy with it. Yes. Yes, I will. Every coat will be tinted. We'll do an experiment. Now I'll do a concoction. I think I need to go get some clean mason jars. I'll mix up 1 quart unthinned of light blue. That way I have a backup of light blue, because we're going to take half of that and pour it into another jar and then split that jar. Well, I can't do that because I'm going to use intercoat on this too. I'll have to think about it. I'll have to, I want to mix up 1 quart unthinned of light blue though, the blue that it's going to be, the powder blue it's going to be. Sky blue or whatever you want to call it. That way I have a backup in case I need repair. Hang on a second. Intermission for a second. Maybe I'll run to Walmart today and get another case of mason jars. And we can do our science experiment. I got to eat some chips. Stomach's growling. Either that or go downstairs and eat some breakfast. Pretty happy with it. Good progress. Today's the 21st. Took 22 days to build. So that's a minimum of 220 hours. And probably going to take that long to finish it the way I want it. course, I don't know. I do everything pretty rapidly. It takes what it takes. Got good fitting joints. Oh, got a boogie right there. There it is. I'm debating whether using that $15 a sheet Japanese tissue. I might just use Brodak light tissue on the fuselage, and I got some medium for the wings. Some old time original K&S silk span. What I need to do is weigh it. I don't know. I don't have a scale that'll weigh that minute. I mean, look. I might have a gram scale that John gave me somewhere. If I can find it real quick. We might be able to do an experiment. I like experiments. I probably won't be able to find it. I know I didn't throw it out. I just don't know where the hell it is. Shit. When I need it, I can't find it. Yeah. Let me go get that other silk strand. I'll show you. This stuff here is old timey. This is the real deal here. So we got the shorties. These are GM. We don't want to use them. Too heavy. These are the medium. Wait a minute. Maybe this is the wrong pile. These are the shorties too. Okay, gotta look back. Look again. Wrong pile. All usable stuff. Just maybe it's out in the garage. I think I brought it in though. Or maybe we're just be stuck with Rodak. I'd like to use the old stuff. I got it. Put this back. This up here was GM. See, this gives you a little more sanding room, but it's a little heavier. I like sanding, so sanding room is good. This is gold here. Yeah, we're going to use this. Yeah, yep. We're going to use that. That's the money stuff right there. That's K&S. I got about 50 sheets here. Shit. Getting away from me. Put it over on the floor over here. Damn. Gonna have to put it on the bench and roll it up right so we don't. This is lightweight here. So I got some lightweight mixed in with the medium. Maybe we'll use the lightweight stuff here. I'll have to sort them out. This square here is not big enough. This one's big enough. Yep, that's what we're going to cover the wings with right here. This stuff right here. We got some lightweight stuff in here. This is the real deal, not the BS deal that Brodak sells. This is, I think the last time I saw this was in the 90s. I saw that, scooped it right up. There's lightweight and medium in that roll. I don't know whether this lightweight is stuff that I had and I added to the medium or it was all together. I got all sorts of stuff here. I got a roll of polish band up there. We can cover it with polish band. So it'd be too heavy. I could polish band it and Jap tissue over the top of it. The thing that makes me leery about using that, a little history. Thank you. The thing that makes me a little leery about using that Japanese tissue I got from England is I had a problem with the tucker. When I put it on the wing, we couldn't get it on, first off. When I put it on the fuselage, because Japanese tissue is closed poured, it didn't stick very well to the bottom. It kind of pulled up in some spots. I can't have that on this airplane. So we use this. I use a Brodak tissue on the fuselage. I got I got 6 packs of light Brodak tissue. So I can build 6 more airplanes. Any questions, guys? I'm only going to run this 2 hours, so we'll run in another 15 minutes. Then I'll regroup and come back when I'm going to glass the nose and cowl. That has to get done first, and then the tissue can go over the top of it. This stuff here would be expensive today. Ooh, can't get it. I don't see any pinholes in it anywhere. Good stuff. Little history. You're going to start building some wood airplanes? I'll help you along. The only thing is postage to England. I sent a motor to Australia 2 times, been $37 posted each time. I don't know whether you guys think a little box is going to make or break them. This is a woman's file. Grade your old lady's file. Oh, we got a booger right there. Blue booger. That would look terrible. There's a neat spot that needs attention. On the tight bottom, get out there. $22 days to build this. You can do it. Turn that off. Don't need no heat going now. Getting warm. "12 minutes more, then I'm going to regroup. We'll do the cow. Cowling nose. I got to clean all this mess up, so I got some plates to do those shit. A little history. You want to come on board here and talk about what you do to my guys? Let's bring a little history in. I've been on his channel. He can be on mine. How do I invite you, though? I got to send it to an email. Yeah, how do I get it to you? Well, I'll just paste it in here and you can come on and. There you go. All right, we're going to have a little history in from his channel. He takes 132nd airplanes, plastic airplanes, and turns them RC. He did some tanks and just a whole lot of neat shit. The only bad thing is they won't fly. They do all the stuff. There we go. All right, I got to add them to the screen. Let's see here. Split like that. There we are.
You do like to take the mickey out of my stuff not being able to fly.
Well, it ain't going to fly.
Hang on, let me mute this. Right, there we go. Got no echo now. Okay, I'll move some stuff out of the way. I'm on with building a 1-32 Sky Raider at the moment that I'm going to make fully remote control. It's an absolute pain in the ass because the motor is really tiny, really complicated. But that's going to sit outside the model because that's going to be replaced by a brushless 4200 kVA motor to give it some juice. Let me get my tobacco out of the way and I'll show you my latest build, if that's okay, Sparky.
That's fine.
And my desk is always this messy, but there again, apparently Einstein was a really messy guy as well, so there we go.
Who is?
And I'll go get. Okay. Come on, baby, come to Papa. Yeah. Weighs an absolute ton. Right, there's a reason why this won't fly. Well, there's probably a lot of reasons why this won't fly. Not namely which is it weighs 2.5 kilos. What are yours weigh, Sparky?
About 20 or 52 ounces, somewhere in there.
I've no idea what that is in European, but
2.5 pounds, about a kilo.
So what we've got here is, it was World War II ME262, but my channel is all about, doing crazy stuff. So one of the guys, I thought it looked very Star Warsy, the actual design of it, very futuristic. And it was, obviously, World War II. It was the first flying jet fighter bomber ever in the world to see service in any army. It would have had cannons at the front, but I've put 4 lasers in the front. If I just plug this in, I can give you a quick show.
Is there a way to
So
make
what I do with these is, that's a basic plastic kit that you'd pay, I don't know, £80 for, about $100 in the US. There's no remote control gear with it, and I convert them entirely to RC. So if I just switch her on.
How do I make you big?
You've got a load of things along the bottom, and on the left hand side,
yeah,
there's like some little signs. There's like with a big square and 2 little squares. If you click on that one, then drop me into the big square, and then on the left hand side there's 1 big square. Click that and I'll go big.
Okay.
Now just grab the little one. That's it. So I've started the weathering process on this. I've put lights, navigation lights on, and loads of other bits and bobs. But all that does fit in. I just haven't stuffed it in at the moment. So all of the control planes work. The rudder, the nose wheel, as you can see, I've tied that in there. I've got a little bit of work to do on this because it gets stuck. And then I've got the ailerons working. And when I fire her up, turn the camera around. We've got simulated like jet exhaust on it. And if I put it around the front, turn the light off. That's the lasers working. I don't know if you guys can see this.
Yeah, we see it. Looks cool.
And yeah, the ducted fans in the nacelles, they really do work. So that's what I do. I convert basic plastic models into full RC. My other one is a de Havilland Mosquito 1:24 scale by Airfix that I've made fully remote control as well, but that's too big for my desk, so I won't be getting that out. Cool, Ace Bucky.
How about your tank? Let's see your tank.
Oh, the tanks. One of the other builds that I did, let me just do the battery on this. Let's get Tanky out.
So not only is this sickness in the United States, but he's got the sickness in the UK. Look at that shot.
Grabbing the latest tank build. Yeah, so the ME262, we decided to go full Star Wars on it because the paint job looks great. This is a classic 52-year-old kit by Bandai. It's one of the first 1/5 big scale tanks released on the market with very rudimentary RC gear. Now I've fully RC'd this to today's standards. It's not all switched on and plugged in inside, but some of the mods we did to it is make our own shirtsen, what they call shirtsen, out of aluminium plate and all the framework to go along the sides. So very much like Sparky, I will do some of my own scratch building, but not as much as Sparky does, and not absolutely scratch. So that's the latest tank build. In fact, I probably can get her to move if I, yeah, give me a sec. Yeah, back then there was no such thing as electronic speed controllers or anything like that, and your remote control gear consisted of working cogs and wheels and servos. That to control which side of the track moves, that for your speed. So that was the original thing that was in there. I've gone full electronic in there now. If I can just take this back off and I'll switch her on. I put a full Bose sound system in it as well, so don't have to make a racket. Get that back on.
You guys go over and jump on his channel and subscribe. Let's give him some love. You like plastic models, go on over there.
I think the big end's gone on that engine. I'm just a big kid.
And that was just a plastic model?
Yeah, it's mostly plastic. There's very little metal on this apart from the main drive, the final drive sprocket and wheel. But all the shirts and the metal, all that's brasswork, all the shirts and brasswork frame all around there, soldered up. But well, it keeps me going until I get around to balsa wood, Sparky.
All right, what are the treads made out of?
Treads are plastic as well, but oh man, you're gonna make me get my big boy out, aren't you? Hang on, let me turn the battery off on this, and we'll get my king out. This next one you're gonna see is all metal. Let me just put this away.
This guy spends hundreds of hours at this bench trying to cram all this electronic gear into little models. It's unreal.
You're making me work today, Sparky.
Yeah, we need to see that. We need to see that video where the airplane powered up and cut your finger.
Right. I'm actually glad I got this out because I need it for tonight's show and tell. Jesus.
Man, that's nice.
Right, I'm not going to plug this one in because I might do actually, because I need to plug it in for tonight's show and tell show anyway. This was a Tamiya 1-16 King Tiger full option. Now this has got full metal hull, metal tracks, metal wheels, metal road wheels, and whenever I run it for any length of time on rough ground or anywhere, it will rip up the gears after about, I don't know, maybe it's 50 meters, because it's just too heavy. The gear train on it just can't handle it. If I take if I can take this, just lift this for a second, and then show you down there. You see, there's steel pinion gears mixed with brass pinion gears, and the brass pinion gears on the final drive tend to just shred if I'm going over really rough terrain. But the King Tiger was notorious for that in real life anyway. So all the detailing on the turret and everything else like that, most of it's scratch built. I made my own tow ropes from steel wire and brass. All of the caught on something. All of the actual spare tracks, they're all metal. In fact, everything on here is metal, so there's no point in saying anything about it. But it weighs an absolute ton. It's got a scratch-built smoke machine in it as well that I built myself. And there is a video on my channel very early on in my channel where I showed people how to make your own smoke machine. I went a bit overboard on it. I mean, let's move this aside for a second. I mean, that is a fish pond pump. There's a copper box down there with a plastic lid. There's an anode and a cathode for the heat wire that I've got wrapped around some wick. I pour some smoke fluid in through that little screw there, and off she goes. In fact, have I got batteries already in this? Let me see. If there's batteries in it, I can crank it up. If not, I'll have to go find some batteries. No batteries. What am I hanging about? Nope. Well, that will have to wait because I'll need to make another battery loom up because I've used the batteries for this in another model. But there is videos of this running around the garden on my channel if anyone fancies having a look. But yeah, that's my King Tiger. Well, one of my King Tigers. I've got two up on the shelf. One's the original Tamiya one in plastic, and this is one that I've redone in metal. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed.
Tell everybody your channel and how what you do.
Well, my channel's all about converting plastic models to RC, and I do little history documentaries as well to go with them when I get time. I also do a show called the Show and Tell Show. Let's bring the camera up. Are we that way around or are we that way around? No, that's upside down. Let's bring it that way. See the man behind the voice.
There you go, right there.
There we go. Yeah, I do a little show on a Saturday night called the Show and Tell Show. Sparky's been on it, where makers from all around the world, they show off what they make. And it's quite fun, actually. That's what I'm into at the moment, concentrating on that. There's a show coming up tonight at 9 o'clock. Sparky, you're more than welcome to join us if you want. And it's doubling in viewership every week. And last week's was just amazing. So, yeah, join us on that. The Show and Tell Show every Saturday night, 9 o'clock UK. I believe that's between 1 and 3, depending on where you are in the US. I blame Sparky for all of it, to be fair.
What was that?
I blame you for all of it. All the stuff I do on YouTube, I blame you.
Oh, okay. I was telling my guys that you got the same sickness I got.
Can't stop streaming.
I can't stop building.
Mate, once you start, you can't stop. I think if you're a maker, it's in your blood, and you just that's what you do. You just go for it.
This is the 16th airplane that I have here in the house. So 16 airplanes this size. How much space do you think it takes? I
can't imagine, but in America, all your houses are bigger than ours. I'm working in a 6 meter by 4 meter shed.
You're in the shed, huh? Yeah, I got a whole room filled with airplanes. Can't move in there.
I would show you my shelves, my friend, but I can't move the camera. It's the only one I've got at the moment. Well, the only one plugged in. Right, I'm going to tidy up. You can take me back off big now. It's your show.
Thanks for coming. I was just signing off when you came on. So
no, thanks for letting me in, mate.
Hey, no problem. Let everybody go over there and check out Little History. He's got some neat stuff. Got some neat guys that come on his hobby show and tell show. And
if anyone else watching is a maker, then you're more than welcome to join in and take part in the show. All you got to do is email me off my about page, and we'll get you included. All you need is a decent webcam and show us something that you've made. to get to my channel, it's easy enough. Little history, all one word, 2392. I'll just type it in chat for you.
Okay, I'll show that on the. Let's see.
If you search that in YouTube, it'll take you straight to my channel. Rather than going around the houses and putting links in and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a good show. It's I mean it started out small, but I gave him a little boost, and he got getting bigger.
See, I blame Sparky.
Yeah, well, I could give you another boost. Well, that's what I'm doing now, is give you another boost.
Thank you, buddy.
Hopefully my guys go over and visit you. How many subscribers do you have now?
I mean, there's a huge gap between what you do and what the other guys do as far as modeling goes, because you're building everything from scratch, and it's something that I really admire. When you're taking the wood, I mean, that thing is incredible. It's almost a work of art without a skin.
Well, I know everybody says it's a shame to cover them up, but you know, you
well,
got to cover
if you don't cover them.
All right, we're coming up on 2 hours and 15 minutes, so I'm going to end the program. Thank you for coming on, Little History, and I'll maybe see you tonight on your program.
Yeah, no problem, buddy. I'll catch you later. Thank you, mate.
All righty. Bye now. All right, we're going to wrap this up. I appreciate you watching, and hopefully you enjoyed Little History's tank show and tell. And he's got one funny video over on his channel where he started up his airplane on the bench and it jumped off into his lap, you know, spinning propellers, and I don't know if he really got hurt or not, but it's funny. All right, I'll see you later. When I come back, I'm gonna regroup. When I come back, we'll go ahead and fiberglass the nose. So fair winds, tight lines. See ya. Let's end with that interview. I like that interview, hobby show interview. Take care, fair winds, tight lines, see ya. Thank you very much for interviewing me here. And yes, I am the kind of the overseer of Stun Hanger, but it actually belongs to all the modeling. I've been doing control line about 50 years. I started at a very young age, and my father was a good provider for me. He opened a hobby shop so that I could pursue my hobby, and basically this is what's come of it. So he flew in 1948, and he got a second place at the Canadian Nationals. We have 4,500 members, and it's basically all worldwide, and that's why you folks down in, I guess, Argentina are viewing Stun Hanger. And it started 11 years ago, and it's been a real success. When I was younger, I built, at the hobby shop, probably 3 a month, and now I'm down to about 6 a year, so about 1 every 2 months. This airplane was built 40 days, so I don't know. I'd say it's close to 500. Well, I love control line in total. I'm not real sure on the longevity of control line because it's very hard to get younger people involved in the hobby. I'm looking that I should be able to build for the rest of my life, another 20 years anyway. Well, there's been a lot of innovations with the electrics and things that have come about. So the future control line is basically in the younger generation's hands, and now with the computer generation, and electrics, I foresee it lasting, a while longer. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share on my YouTube channel at Stun Hanger at YouTube, and you can also go to www.stunhanger.com and register, and you'll join our control line family. So till we see you again. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.